Hello. I'm doing that on purpose, just so you know. Hello, Burton. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You keep telling me to play Pink Floyd, and I keep telling you that's going to get me copyright claimed. I will not. You are correct. Hello, Lady Spicaria. Very nice to have you here. Hello, Chaos Knight. How are you doing this evening? I suppose it's evening. General Kenobi! That was the worst General Grievous I have ever done in my entire life. I just saw that apparently I am competing with Swamp Dweller's live stream. That's unfortunate. He just went live 12 minutes ago. Crap. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the congrats. I appreciate that. BA, thank you for sharing it out. I need to share it out as well once I figure out what I'm doing here. If you hear the tappity tap tap tapping in the background, you're going to notice... No, let me start that over. If you notice there is a tappity tap tap tapping in the background, that is my keyboard. I am not currently in the closet, surprisingly. This music is awesome. Sorry. All music on the stream is provided by an application called Pretzel. Pretzel is a fantastic little music app. If you do live streams, I would suggest downloading it because there's also an ambient music setting. Right now I have it set to... What do I have it set to? I chose the Synthwave category, which has 605 tracks, 39 hours. There is also a hype, EDM, mixed, pop, chill, epic, chiptune, rock, ambient, upbeat. There is tons of different tracks on this thing. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I just really like the application because it lets me put the music on here. And fun thing about Pretzel, their music is guaranteed to be safe for copyright. Sorry, I was reading. Their music is guaranteed to be safe from copyright. Never met Cleaving through Bone. He is amazing, very much like yourself. Another good friend of mine. Oh, well, hello, Cleaving. Cleaving Thought from Bone. There we go. Hello, Cleaving. Very nice to meet you. Felicia, hello. Very nice to have you here this evening. Chaos Knight, of course. Is Pretzel on the Play Store? You know, that is a fantastic question. Let me check right this moment. I don't think it is. I think it is a desktop-only application right now. I will check really quick. Give me 1 second, please. Pretzel music. Let's see if it's on here. No, there is not an Android version of Pretzel Music. I don't think there's an Apple one either. Let's see, Pretzel Music. Let's see what their website says. It's pretzel.rocks is the website to get it. Yeah, so there's a download for Windows and a play in browser option. I don't think they have any intentions on getting it for Android. And now Cleaving and I apparently need to do a collab. Thanks, BA Nightmares. And maybe someday, yeah. Pretzel is an awesome app, so I would hope so. Alright, 1 second, friends. Let me share it on Twitter that I'm doing my live stream now. How do I tweet? I forgot how to tweet all of a sudden. Chaos, I'm curious. Please. How do you use Pretzel for yourself? Also, Cleaving Thought from Bone. What was your old channel? Because you said you know it from the old channel. I'm curious. And as far as Clear Mic goes, it's a blue snowball with a fuzzy pop filter covering it. As a matter of fact, I left my pop filter upstairs. No, because I have another one right here. Thank you, though. Oh, on browser? Cool. That works. Sociopathic pasta. You know what? That sounds incredibly familiar. Yeah. Oh, use a blue snowball, too. So you know how good of a mic it is for a very affordable price. Once again, not sponsored by Blue, but I got this mic on sale at Best Buy for like $69, I think. And honestly, it is the best mic I ever bought because I also bought a 2-year replacement plan for like $3. So if this thing breaks, I get to take it back to him and I get a $69 credit on a microphone. Had like 20K. Yeah, you know what? I actually remember reading your comments to someone about that on Twitter, how your account got... was it hit by false copyrights? Exactly. Worth every single penny. And it's such a good mic that I can slowly put my mouth on the microphone and put the furry pop filter in my mouth, and you can still almost hear what I'm saying. That's good. That's good. Building better is important. Okay, I just heard myself do the furry pop filter in my mouth thing, and that was the stupidest thing I've ever done on my channel. Thankfully, that'll be permanently left in the archives, because I don't take these down, I just let them go. And as far as one person striking 3 vids at once, that is BS, and I'm sorry you had to deal with that, man. I'm very sorry. Oh. Cleaving Thought, I need to make sure I'm subbed to you, man. Let me go check real quick. I think I am, but I need to make absolutely sure. Why are you laughing over there? What? Thank you, PA. I appreciate that somebody loves me. That's a joke. Patience is in the same room, so the fact that I said that, she might hit me. She won't hit me, but she might hit me. But, and yeah, I okay, good. I wasn't subbed. I am sorry. I am subbed now, though. Promise. She used emoji. Patience, I am going to put you in timeout so you can't comment anymore. Okay, I won't. She should. Cleaving, that is fantastic to say right there. It was a chance to show that you would not give up and come back no matter what. Dude, I commend you for that. If I were to lose my channel today, I would have to really sit down and think long and hard about whether or not I would keep going and do it all again. It's taken me 6 months to get to 610, which is 611 now, which is awesome. And that 6 months has been stressful, but not... And this may sound strange, and I don't mean to brag to everyone in here that is a narrator that understands how this goes. But there's been a lot of stressors in my life that have really made it difficult to just keep my focus on the channel. Excuse me. So this channel has actually been my... Thank you, Felicia. Thank you. This channel has actually been my de-stressor, which is interesting because I've seen a lot of narrators talk about how doing this is a very stressful venture for them, and I get it. I totally get why it is. Hello, Coffee Cartoons. Nice to have you here, as always. But I get why this is stress. And Just Plain Creepy's up. How you doing, man? But anyway, so I see why this is stressful to a lot of narrators, because it's just trying to do the content constantly, trying to make sure you have enough, trying to make sure it's good enough. I've used this as my method of de-stressing, and I think I'm decent at it. Chaos, you probably could. Leaving Thought from Bone. Oh, I'm with you, Raven. I was just very discouraged. I thought about just quitting with the community. Reached out to me. My fans, other subs, narrators lifted me up. My props to the horror narrating community. That's awesome. And I love hearing that, because the people I've worked with, Lady Spucaria, Just Plain Creepy, I talk to him frequently, Mad Chatter, Elusive Lupus, I'm missing a lot of people, CCG, Crease Spaghetti, Pumpkin Queen, everybody is just amazing. And Cleaving, I hope to work with you in the near future, man. I would happily do a collab. I actually just did a collaboration video with the Dark Narrator today. That was fun. I didn't know he was going to drop it today, but it was really cool that he did. It looks like everybody is going to go crazy if I lose my channel. I don't think I'll lose my channel. All the music I use is free to use or original. My song that I actually used for my True Stories is a demixed version of a song on the YouTube Sound Studio called These Things Are More Fun With Other People, I think. The song I used for my White Feathers is actually an original song I made myself. I was strumming guitar into a microphone, and I slowed it down and detuned it like crazy. And my song for Raven Investigates is a demixed version of a song by Mew that is also freely available on the YouTube sound library, audio library. And I add rain to them, basically, and I slow them down, I change the pitch and everything like that. Writing all the time can be difficult. That is absolutely true. Writing is very difficult. Take it from somebody who has actually written novels in the past that none of you have ever read. Beautiful Nightmares read one of them, but she's not here right now. Writing can be very stressful, can be very straining, and can be mentally exhausting. But the end result is absolutely worth it. As far as 125 stories, man, that is awesome. I love it. Down for a collab. Cool, man. Hey, send me a message on Twitter, please. And I know I'm delayed on answering the chat. I'm sorry, I scrolled up a little bit. Message me on Twitter, and whatever you want to collab on, let me know. Coffee Cartoons. Nothing actually happened. It was just somebody... We were talking about Cleaving Thought as he lost his channel a while back because of false copyright claims. Also, if you gotta go, please don't get in trouble. This happened one time before, and I don't want you getting in trouble, so be careful out there. It is hard, but it is worth it, PA Nightmares, absolutely. Do I have Discord? I do have a Discord account. I do not have a Discord server. I don't think I'll ever make a Discord server, or if I do, it won't be for a long time, just because I don't really use Discord very often. I find it tedious, mostly because whenever I started this... Oh, hey. No, man, post your Discord if you want. Please. I have absolutely no problem with anyone posting their links here. I'm absolutely fine with that. As long as you're not spamming inappropriate links or just spamming your own videos constantly in my own chat, I don't care. If you want to post your Discord, go for it, bro. Anyway, so I don't have a Discord server. I do have a Discord account. So my job prior to doing this, I had to use Slack all the time, and Discord just feels way too much like Slack, and I hate Slack so much. Lady Spucaria, to answer your statement, we also need to collab Feathered Friend. Yes, we do. I know that I owe you audio for your birthday collab, and I promise I will get that to you. Promise, promise. I have some stories that were submitted to me anonymously that I have full control over that I'm going to record and send your way. I would love to have them on your channel. I would love to collab with you. I'm sorry we haven't done that yet. I'm sorry. Raven, you can use mine. Your Discord server? Man, how does one take over a Discord server? Just go in there and start posting constantly? Do I just spam the hell out of your Discord server, PA Nightmares? Is that what I do? Should that work? Would that do it? Anyway. Alright. So, the purpose of tonight's stream is just a... Hey, guys. And my dad's going to spam my own chat. Thanks. Basically, tonight's stream is just a... Hey, guys. How's it going? I hit 600 subscribers a little while ago, a couple days ago. I hit 500 subscribers not that long ago, surprisingly. And I never did a 500 sub special like I promised I would, because I didn't think I would hit 600 this quick. So you know what? I'm just happy that I hit that many. The fact that I have more than 10 subscribers is just insane to me. But I guess there are more than 10 people in the chat groups I'm in on Twitter. So I'm not surprised I have more than 10, I suppose. It feels like in this community, the first 100 is probably the easiest 100 to get. And maybe I'm wrong on saying that, but it feels like the minute you get thrown into the chats on Twitter, like Mad Chatter's chat, Ghosty Miss chat, all those, you end up getting a ton of subs right off the bat, and it really helps you feel better about what you're doing. And then the subs start to slow down, and it kind of gets discouraging. But to anyone who's new out there or thinking about doing this, that ever watches this in the future or the near future, don't give up on that after that first 100. Keep going. It'll slow down, yes, but once you hit that bump, it'll keep going. It's very roller coaster-ish. Just keep that in mind. Death by Cake, thank you. Thank you for coming. It is appreciated to have you here. You can make me an admin if you want, PA Nightmare. I won't stop you. You do share the hell out of me, and I appreciate that. And yes, the group chats are the best, Lady Spucaria. What are my favorite stories? That is a fantastic question, Felicia. Thank you for being the first question of the night. As I was trying to say earlier, tonight's video is basically just a chat and Q&A, because every time I do these live streams, I'm supposed to be reading stories for my videos, but then I don't do that, so I figured tonight would be more casual. Okay, to answer your question, what are my favorite stories? If we're talking the true story collections, my favorite stories are cryptids and the like. So things like Wendigo, Dogman, etc. Because those ones are always, in my opinion, just the most fun to read. Because they delve into the what the hell am I talking about state of reading, if that makes any sense. It doesn't make sense, but I'll make it make sense. Basically, you read a cryptid story and you're like, by the end of it, you're like, what was that creature? Those are fun. I like those the most. Followed by probably paranormal ghost stories, just because, I mean, those are kind of the classic scary stories, right? Whenever we're talking horror fiction, personal favorites are the longer, more psychological horror stories. And you did technically ask for how I was... Yes, okay, PA, I'm going to address you in a second. Anyway, so horror fiction, things like psychological horror stories, those are my favorites. Of the stories I've read that are in the psychological realm, I've only read a couple. The story, Do You Suffer from Crippling Insomnia? I might have a solution, or I have a potential solution. I think it was by Bloody Spaghetti. Yeah. That one was my favorite psychological scary story that I've ever read, honestly. Now, PA, you did ask me how I was doing, and you did also ask me if I wanted to take over your Discord. But that was the first let's get to know Raven a little better question. How about that? Is that better? Dad, who is your favorite artist? Define artist. Do you mean painter? Do you mean musician? Do you mean author? Because if you're talking painter, I know what you're hinting at. Of course, if you have any other questions, let me know. Yeah, no Skinwalker, like I said, Skinwalker, cryptids, things like that. Stories that break apart the character's mind. Exactly. Psychological horror. It's a horror that really gets into your head. Also anything Native American. Yes. Native American stories, like Wendigo stories. I've had a couple, actually, Native American stories that I've read that I just absolutely love. Okay, so my dad is an artist. He's trying to get me to say that he's my favorite artist. So allow me to say that Picasso is my favorite artist. Anyway, next question. Okay. Now, I hate that I have to hold the microphone because I'm not gonna lean over it. So, PA Nightmares question. But Raven, what made you want to start narrating horror stories? Like, what was the moment you knew you wanted to do this? What was the moment I knew I wanted to do this? This is an interesting story because unlike most narrators, it's not exciting. What made me want to start narrating horror stories? I was bored. And I had a microphone. And I love narrators like Let's Read. Okay, so Let's Read Your Maker, Mr. Creepypasta, Corpse Husband, Swamp Dweller. They were my... they were my go-tos back whenever I worked an office job. Like, I would listen to them for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. And I love scary narrations. I really do. And then one day, whenever I was working back in November, the laugh in the background, that was Patience. So back in November, I think I was writing a lesson plan for one of my classes, or I was ahead. I was ahead on my lesson plans for one of my classes. And I had a bunch of free time. And for some stupid reason, I'm like, you know what? I want to start something that just kind of de-stresses. And I actually have... I know y'all can't see it, but I'm looking at it. I actually have a to-do list thumbtacked to my wall right next to me that says month of November. And at the bottom of it, it says, consider doing a reading channel. So back in November, I wrote, consider doing a reading channel. And then I just started doing it. And what was the moment I knew I wanted to do this? After my first video, honestly. Whenever I made that first video, I was like, you know what? This is really fun to do. So I kept going. And Dad, you can beat that. I was joking. I'm not a huge... I mean, Picasso's cool and all, but... You know, I'm... The classic painters aren't really my favorite, to be honest with you. I bet if I drop my chair down to the floor, I could probably put this back on the desk. So Dad, as far as artists go, like painters, you know, I'm more involved in the art of writing words, as you know. So, and digital graphics, digital imagery, as y'all should know. True, but they were the best. Well, yeah, they were the best at the classics. 100 years from now, nobody's going to be saying that Picasso was the best. They're going to be saying someone right now was the best. Probably the guy that duct taped the banana to the wall. Someone's going to say that was the best artist piece in the entire history of always. The entire history of always, Lucas. That was good. Raven. Guess I'll do that. Have I ever submitted stories to No Sleep? That is a negative. I have never submitted anything to No Sleep. How? Oh wait, were you asking me that question, or were you asking Chaos that question? Okay, so you're asking both that question. I have never submitted anything to No Sleep. No. I have submitted stories to Short Scary Stories, I think once. and I've submitted a story to Two Sentence Horror Stories once. I don't submit a lot of stories. I have written stories, which pulls us to the next question. Will you ever read any of your stories on your channel? Maybe. Yes, I will. I intend to read a couple stories that I've written. I've been writing some shorter horror stories or some horror story collections. A couple of you guys who are in Mad Chatter's chat will know the story Dollface that I wrote. It only has one part so far. I gotta finish it. But yeah. And Death by Cake says I have to read them, so I probably will. Actually, PA, didn't I send you Dollface as well? Also, I need more of the one you sent me. Are you talking about Dollface? Because I just said that out loud. So, you don't have to be mysterious about it. Dollface is one of my stories that I'm trying to write. It's going to be a bit of a horror story. The first part, I've actually gotten a lot of praise on for people that have read it. It's a good short story in my opinion so far. I know how I want to end it, I just haven't had the chance to write it. If Beautiful Nightmare was here, she would know another one I wrote, or starting to write, called Ivy. So I had her read it. Patience hasn't even read that one yet. I am not done with it. No, I mean, I haven't even finished the first part. I was trying to work with her on her series, and I sent her what I was writing to try to help encourage her. But anyway, so that one, Ivy, it's coming out pretty good. Interestingly enough, both Ivy and Dollface are written. Oh, you wrote... No, not like... Okay, hang on. There is a creepypasta called Dollface. I did not write that one. I didn't even know that existed before I started writing mine. So Dollface on my part is totally different. Dollface on my part, it's different. Anyway, so both Dollface and Ivy are actually written based on pictures. I was trying to figure out how to get some writing prompts going in my head, and I actually found a picture that I liked that got me to write the story. Let me see. Let me see if I can get the picture on the screen for you guys. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Beautiful Nightmare can't make it. I think she's at work. She'll be here later, hopefully. It'll be disappointing if she don't show up, but if she doesn't show up, unfortunately, that's what it is. Alright, give me a second, guys. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen. Nope, can't get the screen on that. Okay, hang on. Save image. Let's save it to just my Raven's Dream folder. Browse. Raven's Dream. Did I not? There it is. Okay. Do you guys see that picture on the screen? That doll? You should see it. So the picture of the doll on the screen, that is the doll that inspired my story Dollface. If you've read the story Dollface that I've written, the first part, you will know exactly what I mean by that inspired it. So, just so you know. I don't know if that actually loaded on the screen. If not, okay, it did, cool. Okay, sorry, questions. Next question. Favorite Universal Monster movie and character? Whenever you say Universal Monster movie, do you mean Universal Studios? Because... what movies have they made? Hang on. I gotta look it up. Hang on. All right, so based on what I've read here, they've done a lot of classics. Universal movies. I mean, it looks like they just take a lot of the classic stories and make them into movies, or they used to, a long time ago. I would have to say The Invisible Man. I actually read the original Invisible Man, and I love that story a lot. It was really interesting. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. I have really bad allergies still. What are my plans for the channel? Felicia, fantastic question. My plans for the channel are to just keep going as long as I can. Like, as long as I physically can, and wherever it takes me, it takes me. I think my end goal, let's say end goal is, and you're hearing it here, this is an official declaration of my end goal. I will have met my personal goals whenever I collaborate with Swamp Dweller and Let's Read, and Your Maker. I'll put all three of those on the table. Whenever I've collaborated with Your Maker, Let's Read, and Swamp Dweller, I will have met my goals, and I will shut my channel down permanently. That is a lie, I know. So that doll is actually, sorry, back to that doll picture. I'm actually going to use that for the thumbnail of that story whenever I read it, so. Don't you dare shut it down. I come from a family of artists. I know I come from a family of artists, Dad. A lot of people in the family, you are artists and everything, so. Frankenstein and the Mummies, ones like that, yeah. I mean, I guess The Mummy or Invisible Man. I like The Invisible Man the most, just because I love that story. And I'm just gonna, like, full out say it. Reading the original Frankenstein story, I hated that story so much. I had to read it in high school, and I couldn't. I could not read it. I had to cliff note it, because I couldn't, oh my god, it was such a terrible book. In my opinion. And I won't shut it down. And the end game, yes, is, again, Swamp Dweller, Your Maker, Let's Read. Collabing with one or all of those. That's when it goes. I have a feeling that sometime in the near future, probably not near future, sometime in the future, I'll end up collabing with Swamp Dweller just because he seems really open about that kind of stuff and really, he's really good to talk to. So, no, I won't shut it down. And that's when everything begins again. Right. So whenever I've accomplished my goal, that's whenever I start over, right? That's whenever I trash my channel and start over. Go back to 1 subscriber. Put all my videos as private. I would never do that. I don't need a prestige. So Patience says, whenever I collab with one of the big names, like again, Your Maker, Let's Read, Swamp Dweller, I will then have to start over because that will be considered prestiging. No, it will be prestiging, and that's what I will be doing. Yeah, Slumber too. Slumber's a great guy. I hope I'll be able to work with him someday. I would love to work with him someday, honestly. I would never PA Nightmares, man. Come on. Again, I've been doing this for 6 months on this channel. Putting out content to... oh, just, like, to no end, right? I put out a video almost every day. Why do I do that? Because I love doing it. So, why would I stop doing it? If I stop doing it, you guys can assume that I probably died. How's that sound? Death by Cake. Alright, let's talk monetization and YouTube, because not a lot of people realize this. On YouTube, you are not able to monetize your channel until you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours. For the record, I am at, let me see what my channel is currently sitting at. on, well, I'm looking this up just to state, on top of what you had said, or what I just said about the 4,000 hours, etc., and the 1,000 subs, YouTube pretty much does not push your video out to the public as a suggested video until you hit 1,000 subs. So, Lady Spicaria, watch hours are holding me back at the moment. So, I would like to recommend something to you. Live stream. Legit. My last live stream was about 2 hours ago, or 2 hours ago, whoops. My last live stream was about 2 hours long. And let me find that real quick. So I can tell you real quick. Hang on, sorry. Well then, never mind on my statement. Because for some reason my last live stream, this isn't right. It says it only has 12 views, but whenever I go to it, it says it has 71. I think something screwed up there. Yeah, because it says I had 12 views, and yet whenever I go to it, it says it has 79, sorry. So, never mind. From what I've seen, though, it looks like live streams actually do help with the hours, from what I think. It's really hard to tell now, because I was going to go look at it, but it made me look like a liar whenever I said that, so. Alright, I was going to say where I was. And Lady Spicaria, if you feel comfortable saying so, I would like to know where you are in watch hours, too. Because I feel like I'm doing decent. I have 611 subscribers out of 1,000 and 1,037 public watch hours. So I'm hitting 6/10, so 60% of my subs and 25% of my watch hours, which feels decent. What am I missing here? Hang on, I missed something. I feel like I'm getting close. It's awesome. Yes, okay. Everybody in this stream right now, if you do not know who Lady Spicaria is, you need to go to her channel, and you need to subscribe to her. She is a fantastic person and an amazing narrator, and she's one of the friendliest people I have ever worked with in this community. 745. That is surprising. I don't know how I got more than you. I really don't. Yes, absolutely. Please, share her link in the chat, PA. Anyway, so she was one of the first narrators actually, that commented on my videos whenever I started this. I think she was the first channel to comment on my first video. So, I mean, she's just a fantastic person overall. So, please, guys, go sub to her. PA's gonna drop the link if you like narrators, scary narrators. And she also, obviously not to her, but to us Americans, she has an accent. That was a horrible way to put that. She has an Australian accent because, well, I'm going to go out and assume that she's from Australia. I'm going to shut up because the way I said that was wrong. What? No, we're not muted. I'm just not talking because everything I just said was stupid. Spicaria is fantastic. Good one, son, LOL. Thank you, Dad. I can hear you laughing in the background, Patience. Yeah, that's what happens whenever I decide to live stream downstairs instead of in the closet. Alright. Everybody, I will be right back. We're 48 minutes in, and I need more water. I am going to put this on my Be Right Back screen, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere, because your favorite streamer will return after these messages from nobody. It's just going to be music, so be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. Okay. I didn't miss anything. Nobody said anything except Felicia, you said something and retracted it. We don't do that in my chats. That is illegal. So I'm going to have to arrest you. I'm sorry. Chaos Knight. These messages from Pretzel, right? So, to anybody who mentioned earlier about Pretzel, or who was curious about Pretzel, the thing about Pretzel, if you use it and you use the free one, you are required by them to put the name of the song on the screen. Also, if you use Twitch, you have to use their bot to tell the chat what the name of the song is. I don't think you have to do that on YouTube, because I think the only thing you can do is put it on the screen. They actually have a really cool method of doing it if you use OBS. Basically, what it does is it writes the name of the song. Hello, Coffee Cartoons. It writes the name of the song to a text file, and you just point OBS to the text file, and every time the song changes, it overwrites it, and you can see the name of the song on the screen. So, not Pretzels, Pretzel. Pretzel is what's playing the music right now, Coffee Cartoons. And again, cool thing about Pretzel, it is guaranteed by them to be copyright free. As long as you do what you're supposed to, you're good. So, no claims, no strikes. That's how it works. Felicia, I won't actually arrest you, I promise. No, I want to eat pretzels. Coffee Cartoon, if I had pretzels to give you, I would give you pretzels, I promise. I would. Anyway, Felicia, I'm not going to arrest you. I'm going to issue a citation. The citation has no authority or anything of that nature, so ignore it. Ignore me. That's what I do. I ignore myself. Alright, guys. Let's talk. Nothing, Felicia. Ignore everything I'm saying. Felicia, I have no idea what's going on either. You said something and it says message retracted, so I was joking. Alright, everyone. We're 53 minutes into this. The time is 8:23. If all goes well, I am going to do this for almost 4 hours. You may be asking yourself, but Raven, why? Why would you sit here on a live stream for 4 hours? And I don't have an answer for you. Other than I would like to just talk to people. Coffee cartoons, that's... Anyway, 4 hours, my intent. 11:30 at the latest. I'm going to be tired after this. I'm going to be talking a lot. I'm going to have to pause a lot to get water, go to the restroom, etc. It's going to be several hours. But again, the intent here... And there goes my dad writing Seether lyrics. Anyway. Again, one of the intents of this is to be a Q&A. Do you guys have any questions for me or anything you want to know about me? Minus, will you be doing a face reveal in the future? Because the answer to that one is no. I'm up at 2:30 in my country. Coffee, that is early. You are 6 hours ahead of me. That is insane. And you always seem to comment on my videos as soon as I post them. And I post at like 5 o'clock my time, so you're always up at like 11. What is my favorite horror movie? Felicia, that is a question that I knew was going to come up in this. And I had to go look to see what my current favorite horror movie was. So, whenever it comes to favorites, I'm a bit of an oddball. I like to change my favorites, because my taste is always changing. Right now, one of my favorite horror movies is a movie called Delirium, I believe, from 2018. It stars Topher Grace, and if you have not seen it, it is on Netflix, and you should watch it. I didn't think Topher was actually a good actor until I watched that movie. Obviously, Eric in that 70s show, I mean, yeah, but that was a comedy. And then he played Eddie Brock in the third Spider-Man movie. There's that. I don't think he did horrible in that role. I think he just didn't have good direction. So, as far as older horror movies, I mean, I like Amityville Horror just because I was younger whenever that came out. Not the original, but the remake. The Ring. I don't like movies like Saw. They're just not my thing. What do you think about anime? Coffee Cartoon. I have a... What's it called? The thing we have a subscription to. I have a VRV subscription, Coffee Cartoon, so that should answer your question right there. Fear the Great White. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do I like comics, Chaos Knight? I do. I do like comics. I would say probably Spider-Man comics the most. Batman. The most recent comic I read was at Vintage Stock. It was back in October. And it was Batman with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was a weird one. I used to have a Sonic Cross Mega Man comic book that I liked. Just Plain Creepy. Just got a video done. It will be up tomorrow. That's awesome. You know I'm going to be watching it as always. And Spawn, yes. Patience, from about 6 feet to my left, asks the question, what is the most tedious part of putting together a video, and do you have tips on how to make it better and tolerable? The most tedious part of putting together a video. If I had to say anything, it's editing the audio. You know this. Thank you for asking the question, though. See you later, Coffee Cartoons. Again, don't get in trouble. The most tedious part is editing the audio. As in pulling the audio into Audacity, removing my sniffing from my allergies, my coughing, the random noises, my screw-ups, etc. It is tedious because it puts me to sleep. It is very hard to sit here for half an hour, because that's the thing. You know, you record, and the video is half an hour, so you have to sit there for half an hour and listen to yourself talk. It gets tiring. As far as making it tolerable, just try your best, honestly. Excuse me again, guys. I'm sorry. It might be weird. My favorite movie is 1408. I have never seen 1408. I'm going to have to check that out. The Walking Dead fan. Okay. Walking Dead is... Not really. I'm also not huge on zombies. I don't really like the drama of The Walking Dead, if that makes any sense. However, and this may sound weird, I did love the Telltale games for The Walking Dead. So, Jay Nuich wanted to say congrats on 600 plus subs. Thank you for the good work and take care of yourself. Thank you very much. It is awesome that I'm at 600. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate everybody that has subbed. You take care of yourself as well. Yeah. Whole video was the most tedious. The program kept crashing on me. Just plain creepy. Do you happen to use Vegas? Yeah, so Fear the Great White agrees. Exactly. It's just something about listening to someone talk and read stories that you've obviously read because it's your voice. Just starts to bring you down mentally. You just get physically tired. Thanks to the Q&A too. Of course, I would love to do these random chill out talks on the weekends if you guys ever want me to. I've been told that I need to do a 24/7 live stream with my stories. I still want to, but a good point was brought up to me, and that is that I may not have enough content. That's, I think, the only thing that's holding me back. Felicia in here asking all the questions. Not all the questions, but most of them. Do you travel? What is your favorite location, haunted or otherwise? I don't travel far. Pretty much everywhere I go, I drive to. I live in the Kansas City metro area. So my favorite place to travel would be St. Joseph or Lincoln, Nebraska. St. Joseph is just a fun city. And Lincoln, Nebraska has a barbecue place called Parker's that is amazing. And I love it. As far as haunted places to travel, I have never traveled anywhere haunted. However, I would like to, and I'm going to say this, I won't do it, so if there's any police listening, I'm not going to do it. I would like to break in to Sour Castle, which is a castle down in the Kansas City, Kansas area. That from the outside is creepy as hell. Dad, thank you for the Linkin Park lyrics. Always appreciated. Always appreciated. That would get me them watch hours, I know. If you are ever in the St. Joseph area, yes, Patience brings up a good point. Go to the Glore Psychiatric Museum. The Glore Psychiatric Museum is amazing. It is a museum based on, obviously, the psychiatric arts, I guess. It's like a psych ward, basically. It's like a museum for the psych ward. One of the coolest things about the Glore Psychiatric Museum, one of the coolest things I thought, there was a tablecloth blanket that was sewn by a person with schizophrenia, and she sewed words into it and designs, and it was just all over the place. And it was crazy looking because obviously she was schizophrenic. But it was really cool. Like, yeah, it was like cross stitching, but it was just nonsense because she was schizophrenic. So, really cool thing to see. There was also another one with a lady that I think was schizophrenic who swallowed things, and there's an entire collection of things she swallowed, and there's a lot of stuff in there, like forks, thimbles, forks, needles, nails, screws, like. The entire thing is in a collection case, and it looks like an aisle to a hardware store, just saying. Come to Gettysburg, Illinois. I'll show you around the battlefield. We've been to Illinois, haven't we? That's the St. Louis side. So, PA Nightmares, if you live in Gettysburg, I don't know where that is in relation, but a few years ago, I was in Sauget, Illinois. That was cool. Just basically on the Illinois side of St. Louis. Castle Off Limits, dark, very, very dark place. I believe it. Random randomness. Hello, my friend. I see you, you're on your funny channel now. Yeah, and I know it's Gettysburg, PA. I was thinking, you wrote Gettysburg, Isle, and I misread that as Gettysburg, Illinois. I'm sorry. That was me misreading words. I don't think there is a Gettysburg, Illinois. I'm insane. Anyway. Alright. Oh, you asked a question, PA. I'm sorry I missed it. Do you have a favorite story you have read and one from another narrator? I don't know if I really have had a favorite story that I've read. I loved your story that you wrote for me, The Stranger's Call, Leather by Beautiful Nightmare, My Thoughts on Mackenzie Weaver by Nathan. There have been a lot of really good stories that I've read. Okay, hang on. I have to address what I said. Thank you, Fear the Great White, for making me feel like an absolute idiot. His name is PA Nightmares. PA is the abbreviation for Pennsylvania. I'm sitting here thinking he lived in Illinois, because sometimes 2 and 2 does not equal 4 inside my head. Thank you. Anyway. Favorite story. So, favorite premise, and I'm sorry, PA, I loved your story that you wrote for me, I do. My favorite premise of a story that I've read was the Plague Doctor story. The one where the plague, the special plague that existed, was not the Black Plague. It was a plague that drew you towards basically a black hole. The elder god that was a black hole and caused you to switch dimensions. It was a really cool story, and I really wish they would have continued it, but there was one, and one only, and I've never seen anything from that person again. So, I also haven't looked. I know they didn't write a part 2, though. Stories by another person. That is a really hard thing to say, just because I don't like playing favorites. I'm just gonna leave that one alone. Okay, so I guess we're talking, favorite, scary channels. I can go completely neutral and say one of my favorite channels that exists is Slapped Ham. I'm sure everyone knows that one. But for some reason, that guy's energy is just insane to me. His intros are just awesome. Of course I added you into my top faves, dude. The Stranger's Call was a great story. You wrote a really neat tale there. I loved it. Okay, well, yeah. So here's the thing. Like, I had a feeling PA Nightmares was for Pennsylvania Nightmares, and then Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah, no doubt that's where he lives. I don't know why I didn't think that, but it's all good. See, like, at least, okay. It's worse that I thought he lived in Illinois than it is the fact that you didn't realize PA was short for Pennsylvania. Because his name is PA Nightmares, and I still thought Illinois. Which, there's neither a P nor an A in Illinois. Favorite stories from the channel is the gas station Jack stories and Mr. Creephouse read. Yeah, those are good. I mean, like, I like Russian Sleep Experiment. That was a good story. As strange as it may sound, there aren't many stories that I could think of by other narrators that really just stick out as, oh my gosh, that was the best thing I've read or I've heard in a long time. Because there are a lot of, and I don't mean that like, oh, I don't really like other narrator stories. I mean, there are so many good ones that it's really hard to just choose one that I like. You know what I mean? This is cracking me up. Dude, if I can make anyone laugh on my live stream, then I've done something right? I'm sitting here watching Patience play Dead by Daylight. It's fun. Any favorite horror video games? Felicia. Oh, another good question. Yes. My favorite horror video game is Silent Hill 4. Followed immediately by Silent Hill 1. Followed immediately by Silent Hill 3. And then Silent Hill 2. I don't consider Dead by Daylight to really be a horror video game, but I'm watching Patience play it right now, and that's fun. I really just like horror games that aren't like, action-y horror. It has to be good, psychological, get into your head horror, so. Not related to the horror video games. A video game I've been playing a lot lately has been the Spider-Man game on PS4. That game is super fun. If you have a PlayStation 4 and you really like good horror, or not horror, god damn it. If you really like, sorry to anyone I offended with that. If you really like good action games, it's fun. Is Layers of Fear like that? Yes. Layers of Fear is a good psychological horror game. Layers of Fear is a good game. I only have one major complaint with Layers of Fear, and I have that same complaint with Bloober in general as a game company. That problem, I'm losing it. I think I need coffee. My problem with Bloober is their games, while they're really fun, number one, they have no replayability. Once you've finished it, it's over. And there's really no reason to go back. The other problem I have with them is they have a really bad habit of doing it to where it's... Ow. Did I just break something? Hang on, guys. I just screwed up my door on my desk. Anyway. What was I saying? Bloober. So... Their biggest issue is, like, the last chapter of the game is the second half of the game, if that makes sense. Like, if the game has 20 chapters, chapter 1 through 18 will take you 4 hours, chapter 19 and 20 will take you 4 hours. Dead by Daylight Dead is a 4 versus 1 game, if you don't know what it is. Dead by Daylight actually has a Silent Hill chapter coming. If anybody didn't know that, I'm sorry. The next chapter for Dead by Daylight is Silent Hill. The killer is Pyramid Head. The survivor is Cheryl. So, that is going to be amazing. Super psyched for that. You spent hours just web swinging in Spider-Man for no reason. Yes, that Spider-Man game is super fun. So, PA, how far are you? Because I just got to the third act, which is apparently like the last 20% of the game, and I'm finding it incredibly difficult. It's actually making me angry. Like, the first 80% of the game was fine. And then all of a sudden, the last 20% is just kicking my ass. Store trip took so much longer than expected. That is every store trip anime. Every single store trip that exists. And, Dad, how do you know what Dead by Daylight is? Do you have it on your computer and you play it or something? Because I have it. I can play against you. I'll kick your ass as the Trapper. Beat the game, not played the DLC. Cool. So, PA, what I'm talking about, I don't know, maybe you didn't notice this. Maybe it's just me. Like, after the quote-unquote 6 assemble, I'll just say that, to not spoil it for everyone, and the city's in a bit of chaos, I'm finding it really difficult. Like, the rooftop bases you have to take over, I'm not a fan of those. They're just kind of a pain. And the challenges, the Taskmaster challenges suck. I absolutely hate the Taskmaster challenges. Cannot stand them. Sorry for yelling. But, no, seriously, the Taskmaster challenges are just god-awful. And yes, Dad, Dead by Daylight is on Steam. Right, so, and in order to unlock every costume, you have to get gold on some of the Taskmaster challenges, and I cannot do it for the life of me. Like, I spent probably an entire Saturday just working on Taskmaster challenges, and it was awful. Like, I can't. Yeah, Michael Myers from Halloween is in Dead by Daylight, and he's actually a really good killer in the game, too. Are you going to play Cyberpunk? If I get it, I will. I today just bought a couple games on stores. I just bought the Resident Evil remakes, so I gotta get through those 2 and 3. Also pissed they did not put the black suit in the game. Okay, so the symbiote suit is not in the game because I don't have all the suits and I don't have them all available. And I was really hoping that suit was in the game, and now you've just kind of made me to where I would never want to play it again. Thanks. I'm joking. I'll still play it. You need 4 people to play. Dad, you need 4 people on your team versus a killer. You don't necessarily have to have 4 people. There is a very large player base for that game currently. Still. Excuse me. Whenever I say you don't necessarily have to have 4 people, I mean you don't have to have 4 people. Like, you don't have to know 4 people. It'll just put random people playing in your group. Like, Patience is playing right now. She is currently killing 4 people as the Trapper. She will be momentarily. Yeah. Patience is really good at the game. As Survivor, she has gotten to rank 1. So, red rank 1. As Killer, she's gotten pretty close. You think they're saving for the second game? So, My problem with that, PA, is that the second game is Miles Morales. And I don't know, did Miles ever get the symbiote costume in the comics? And that actually kind of pisses me off, too. The fact that the second... Like, I have no problem with Miles Morales. That's cool. But the fact that they did the first game and there was no Venom or Carnage, as far as I've seen so far, and then they threw Miles Morales as the main character, it's like, are they just not going to explore that major arc in Spider-Man? Pretty much. If your friend is the killer dad, that's how it works, yeah. Well, regardless, I do like the game just because it does feel like the old PS1 Spider-Man games a lot. So, yeah. You know what? I just realized you asked me what my favorite horror game was, Felicia, and I answered you with Silent Hill. Bloodborne is also really high up there. That one is right there with Silent Hill. Just saying. Chat is dead. Oh, there we go. I was playing Bloodborne earlier. Dude, Bloodborne is an amazing game. Like, Dark Souls is okay, in my opinion. Bloodborne just... Oh, my God. Dark Souls is your favorite game of all time. And I just said it's okay, of course. Dark Souls is cool. It's just... In my opinion... Bloodborne's better. I like the setting better. The Lovecraftian setting. And when did they announce that? PA. The PlayStation event that happened, was that yesterday or the day before, actually announced it. Give me a second, I'll show you the link here. PA, there is a Polygon link. I don't... Whatever. There's a link to Polygon explaining the new Spider-Man game that's coming out. It's called Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's looking like it's going to be the sequel to the Spider-Man games, which, again... As cool... I mean, like I said, I have no problem with Morales. I'm cool with that. But if they're not going to have Peter Parker as Spider-Man, and they're not going to have that Spider-Man story going anymore... We probably won't get a Venom. Well, hopefully they can actually spin it to be good. Because the Spider-Man PS4 game was amazing. You know, it actually had a great story. So, Greedy Frog, hello. I don't know when you got there. What is my favorite Sonic game? That is easy, Sonic Adventures 2. Because I love to be rolling around at the speed of sound. I've got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around, gotta keep moving on. Guess what lies ahead? Only one way to find out. Must keep on moving ahead. No time for guessing, follow my path instead. Trust me in what you can't see. Take my lead, and we'll escape from the city. Follow me, set me free. I screwed that up, didn't I? Is anybody going to call me out on what I'm saying? Like, all that I just said, the lyrics to the stupid Sonic song for Sonic Adventures 2? Anybody? Patience just said I'm crazy very quietly. Anyway, Sonic Adventures 2, favorite Sonic game. Sonic Adventures 1 was also good. Sonic Mania was also good. You were wondering. Yeah. Felicia, you said you're a new subscriber, and this is what I'm putting you into. I'm sorry. That's playing a game too much. Dad, I played that game on the Dreamcast back at the house, and then on the GameCube, and then on the Xbox 360. So tell me again how I've played it too much, please. Whenever I had it on the Dreamcast, I could not beat the stupid giant lizard at the end. What do I think of the PS5? Well, I'm going to start by saying I'm not impressed. The design of the console, in my opinion, is a bit ridiculous. We are in an age of minimalism more than anything. And I don't like the disc drive, how it looks like it was just tacked on there as an afterthought. And I'm not a fan of the V-shape. Anyway, I was kind of hoping they wouldn't go with a weird design for the PS5, and then they went with a weird design for the PS5. Honestly, I don't mean to split my fan base, I'm sorry. But if I were to get a next-gen console, it's probably going to be the Xbox. I have an Xbox One and a PS4. The PS4 gets probably more playtime right now, just because Dead by Daylight, that's where I bought it on, that's what we've been playing it on. And Spider-Man, obviously. But I don't know. I'm not as much of a gamer as I used to be. It looks like crap. Dad, that's a really strong opinion to have in today's day and age. I'm not as much of a gamer as I used to be. Like I said, I play a couple games every now and then. Now, if you were to ask me about the Nintendo Switch, that's a different story. I love my Nintendo Switch. Unleash Your Colors. Colors was a good game. Hey, actually, Generations was a good game, too. I actually really liked that one. Felicia, this is my first live stream for any channel, and it's like talking to friends. I stay at home all the time and don't get to socialize. This is great. I don't socialize either. This is my socialization. You guys are the people I talk to. That's probably also why I do narrations, because I don't socialize, I don't talk to people, so it's like I have friends, and I don't really have friends. No, but Felicia, to say what I really think, honestly, PS5, like I said, I'm not impressed. I would fault them for it, but Microsoft did the same thing. Like, there's really no gameplay that was shown. And from what I've seen, the rendered graphics don't look much better than the PS4, in my opinion. So. Anyway, as I was saying, and I keep... Okay, so, again, Felicia, this being your first live stream of mine, I don't know if you've seen my other ones. They're still on my channel. I have a bad habit of starting a sentence and then just flat stopping. The reason for that is because I put an earphone in and I listen to myself talk to make sure what I'm saying makes sense. And then I comment on what I said. Dad, what do you mean by oh please, yeah right? Please explain. Greedy Frog, what was your favorite Sonic TV show? I liked the old cartoon, the one with the guy that played Urkel. That was his voice. Sonic Unleashed was also really fun. Was it Unleashed? No, not Unleashed. Sonic X. Sonic Unleashed was the game. Losing my mind here. Need to play some old PS games. I have a ton of old PlayStation 1 games that I need to play. Felicia, exactly. I've also seen one where somebody posted it next to an IKEA fan and it looked identical, which is hilarious. But my favorite thing that has been said about the PS5 is that it looks like Seto Kaiba. Because it looks like Seto Kaiba. Just saying. Fear the Great White. I'm still here. It's just really tricky to chat and play the IRL version of Dead by Daylight, except in the woods, avoiding snakes instead of Michael Myers or Jason. In the dark. Fear the Great White, I wish you the best. Please do not die. Alright, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna see if I can find this picture real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna find that picture if I can. Aww. Posted and then deleted. That sucks. Okay. Okay, hang on. I'm going to put this on the screen. This is going on the screen. Hey, Dark Narrator. How's it going, man? Alright, hang on. Cancel. No, go away. Ah, crap. I just deleted my picture. Hang on. I screwed something up here. I'm a professional and I know what I'm doing. I promise. My voice cracking worked out there. Hang on, guys. I gotta add my picture back. I can't keep going without the picture. Control Z. I don't think I can Control Z and oh my god, what did it do? No. Hang on. There. Nope, that made it worse. This is so... Alright, Patience, what does it look like? No, I didn't fix it. It's not right. It looks pretty cool, though. But it doesn't... Okay. Yes, Nights into Dreams was an interesting game, actually. I have played it. What is life right now? Thank you, Felicia. I agree. This is funny. Thank you, Anime. I agree. LOL. Thank you, Death by Cake. I agree. Crying Laughing Face. Thank you, Patience. I agree. I laughed like the dad from Back to the Future for a minute there. Okay. Okay. Now that we're back to how this should be. Let me try to do something. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Alright. Let's look at the best PS5 memes really quick on IGN. That real quick. Stretch this out most of the way. Okay. We're going to look at the best PS5 memes. Okay. Sony has officially revealed the PS5 design, and the internet has reacted accordingly. The reveal, which happened during the PlayStation's Future of Gaming event, finally shows off the PS5's design, which is mostly a white outer shell, black hardware section, and some blue lighting elements. The unconventional PS5 design quickly launched the internet into a meme frenzy. The first meme to show, Sauron Tower. Yes. I love this. This is funny to me. Okay. Second one. Somebody made it into a taco? A sleeve for a taco? I'm not really sure on that one. Okay. This next one. Tell me that does not look like it should. Oh, man. Okay. This picture is everything it needs to be. This picture is everything I needed to see right now. I love this picture. I'm going to leave it on the screen for a couple minutes. I'm gonna keep going, though. New PS5 looks like Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! See, there's Blue Eyes White Dragon. Exactly. Someone photoshopped it into the Dubai Tower. That's hilarious. Someone took a PS2 and put it in a binder. That's good. That's good. Somebody said it looked like Eva from WALL-E, but then didn't Photoshop it. That's not cool, bro. Somebody said it looks like an inside-out Oreo. I agree. Alright, so that's all the memes on this page. So we're going to go back up to Seto Kaiba, and I'm going to leave that on the screen for a moment. Alright, guys. So again, the whole point of this, like I said, to celebrate the 500, 600 subs, because you guys are amazing. Y'all are amazing. I'm just gonna say that. I genuinely appreciate. There we go. Leave that like that. Alright. So does anyone have any more questions for me? Because it's what? It's 9 o'clock. We can go in for an hour and a half. Okay, Greedy Frog. That is a hard question. What if they put Parappa the Rapper 3 on the PS5? That's a rough question, because I love Parappa the Rapper. I absolutely love Parappa the Rapper. I played the first one as a kid. One of the first things we ever got on the PS1 was the demo disc. I can't remember the name of it, though. It had a bunch of games. I think it came with PlayStation. And one of them was Parappa the Rapper, the demo. It was just the first one. You know, kick, punch, it's all in the mind. Love that song. I love that game. And I would have to play Parappa 3, so that's going to be one of those questions that I can't answer. I would have to get it in the future. How tall is Raven and his lady? Patience said she is 5'5". I'm about 5'8". I am short. I am a short man. Oh. The age-old question. Coke or Pepsi? That's a hard one. I like Coke Zero. I don't really like traditional Coca-Cola. I like traditional Pepsi, and I love what used to be called Pepsi Max, but is now named Pepsi Zero. I don't really like the new Pepsi Zero or whatever. It doesn't taste right. They changed the way they did it. Now here is a real question. And this is a question for those of you who like both cherry Coke and like both Coke and Pepsi. Which one has the best cherry soda, Coke or Pepsi? Hang on. Before I say that. Patience! Cherry Coke or cherry Pepsi? You might have to get closer, because I'm still aiming toward myself. Cherry Coke Zero. No. Yeah. No. Cherry base sodas. Cherry Coke or cherry Pepsi?
Cherry Coke.
Patience said cherry Coke. Patience said cherry Coke. I disagree. Cherry Pepsi is better, in my opinion. Vanilla Pepsi's good, but cherry Pepsi is my favorite of the two. PA Nightmares, will you be my best friend? I will absolutely be your best friend. Next question. What is my favorite John Carpenter film? Give me a second. I have to apologize to my live streaming friends. I have to figure out a John Carpenter film that I've actually seen. I'm looking at this list, and I think the only one I've seen on here is Christine. I have failed you. And I'm sorry. Greedy Frog. What is your favorite member from Team Chaotix? That's easy. Espio. Espio for the win. Cherry Vanilla Dr. Pepper. Fear the Great White. If you haven't yet, I highly recommend the Dr. Pepper that is also cream soda. It is delicious. Dad, I have never seen The Thing. I like sci-fi, I really do, but I guess I haven't seen a lot of sci-fi. And yeah, the Killer Card's gonna be Christine, yeah. So, I have a controversial opinion. What about cherry Kool-Aid? I do like cherry Kool-Aid. Interesting question. What was I saying? Why is Kaiba still on my screen, damn it? Hang on, I gotta get rid of Kaiba real quick. Goodbye. Everybody say bye, Kaiba. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I have a controversial opinion that I want to share with the world in this video. That controversial opinion. The best thing ever written by Stephen King is Maximum Overdrive, Fight Me in Real Life, 1v1, Final Destination, no items, Fox only. Felicia, have a great night. Thank you. Also, Felicia, I'm sorry that This was a very strange one. You want me to put SBO on the screen? I can do that for you. I can put SBO on the screen. I like SBO. SBO. Gotta find a good picture of SBO real quick. SBO! It will never be boring, Felicia. It's never boring here. There you go. There's a picture of SBO. SBO is a chameleon from Sonic. He was in a number of Sonic games, a lot of the older ones. I know him best from Sonic Heroes with Team Chaotix. It was SBO, the Croc and the Bee, whose name I can't remember. Death by Cake. People hate Maximum Overdrive. That's because people are wrong. Full stop. Maximum Overdrive is the best movie ever written. I don't care what anyone says. And if you say otherwise, you're wrong. That's just how it is. Apparently, once I've streamed for an hour and a half, this is when I'm going to start saying that I get feisty, exactly. Maximum Overdrive is the best movie ever made. If you've never seen Maximum Overdrive, you need to see Maximum Overdrive. Forget it. Forget whatever else Stephen King has written. Maximum Overdrive is the best movie ever made. This song sounds like a song from Sonic the Hedgehog. From Sonic Adventures. Crossover with Christine and Maximum Overdrive. That would be interesting. Interesting thought. What if the story behind Christine was actually the same as Maximum Overdrive, just written differently? Or from a different person's perspective? It's not. Because wasn't Christine haunted? Haunted car? Maximum Overdrive was like a... I need to go watch that movie again. I don't remember what it was. It was like a virus or something. I just remember Stephen King at the... What was it, like the cigarette machine? The slot machine or whatever? And he got all pissed off at it. It was funny. Stupid. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. This machine just called me an asshole. Honestly, Greedy Frog, I would like if they just made a Sonic the Hedgehog game based on Team Chaotix in general. I can't remember the other two's name. I haven't... I was literally playing Sonic on my phone earlier today. What game is it? Sonic. Do I not have it in my... I am? Hang on. Comet, thank you. Death by Cake. Sonic Forces. I was literally playing Sonic Forces on my phone earlier. And I have SBO and... I think I have them all three of them. I'm gonna load up the game real quick and see. That's Stephen King. What's Stephen King, Dad? Maximum Overdrive? I know. Vector. That's the alligator's name. Is the bee not in this? Oh, there he is. Charmy. That's his name. Charmy. So Charmy, Vector, and Espio. I would like if they actually made a Chaotix game. I think that'd be interesting. Kind of like a Sonic game, but some more like investigative stuff like they had to do in Sonic Heroes. It was fun. I love that game so much. I'm gonna go play that again once I get it. Find it. I wonder if Sonic Heroes is backwards compatible on Xbox One. Probably not. I'm removing Espio from the screen. I'm removing Espio from the screen. Everybody say goodbye, Espio. Bye, Espio. Oh, cool. There we go. Now y'all can look at my my screen. Oh my god, I just heard myself say bye, Espio. That was so dumb. Yeah, Charmy and Vector. I know. I actually just looked them up in the game to find them. I couldn't remember their names, unfortunately. I remembered Espio, but not Charmy or Vector. I think I'm getting tired. But I can't be getting tired because we have another at least 1 hour and 45 minutes left of this of this weird live stream chat Q&A that's going on. Alright, is there anything else y'all want to know about Raven? Need food and don't feel like making food. LOL, too hard. That is the infinite conundrum. Can we change it to Mighty the Armadillo? 1 second. I think I'm going to go ahead and just not put anything on the screen for the moment, Greedy Frog. But I will look up to see who Mighty the Armadillo is, because that name sounds familiar too, and I cannot recall. Mighty the Armadillo is from Sonic. Of course he... Oh, Mighty! Yeah, okay. The little black and red guy. I know who that is. From Sega Sonic. Weird is my spirit animal, Raven, so I'm here for that. You know, Fear the Great White, I would assume that your spirit animal was a shark. Does Raven want some baby ravens one day? That's a negative. What are y'all doing this weekend? Let's talk about that. Does anyone have any interesting plans this weekend or anything they intend to be doing or intend to do? That they're willing to tell me about? PA Nightmares. Raven. Now this is an important question. Pie or cake? To answer that question, strawberry rhubarb pie. Done. That's it. That's the answer. I love Godzilla as well. Alright. Let's see. I apologize, guys. Father! You are a blasphemer. You are a blasphemer and a fiend, and you shall be executed accordingly. All right. Excuse me. I just unmuted myself to cough in the microphone. That's exactly what a professional does. A professional mutes the microphone to talk to patients and then coughs into the microphone. Does anyone have any other quick questions for me that they want to ask? Uh-oh. Pretzel crashed. Hang on, guys. That's never happened. What is everyone's favorite movie? What is my favorite movie? That's a good question. I don't really have a favorite movie. I watch a lot of movies. Pizza or tacos? Easy answer. Pizza. Tacos are good, but nothing beats a homemade pizza. Idiocracy is a fantastic movie, which, you know what? That brings me to my point of, yeah, my favorite movie is Office Space. Office Space, hands down, best movie ever. No. I just said Maximum Overdrive is the best movie ever. Bad, Raven. Anyway. PA Nightmares. That is actually incorrect. You can make a pizza taco. All you have to do, make a really thin pizza shell in the shape of a taco shell, fill it with meat, marinara, mushrooms, cheese, all that stuff, bake it, you have a pizza taco. Raven, what is your favorite book? What is my favorite book? I'm trying to think. What is my favorite book? Huh? What? Oh, good point. Yeah, okay. My favorite... okay, favorite books. I have two favorite books. My two favorite books are Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams and Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. Favorite books. Dad, why a raven? Because I like Poe, which you just said. I liked this name. It was my channel was actually originally called The Raven's Dream. Greedy Frog, can you put Mighty the Armadillo? Okay. I'll do that, hang on. Anyway, my channel was originally called The Raven's Dream, but I decided to make it as The Raven Dreams because I thought it sounded cooler. I thought an as the noun verbs would be a better idea. Give me a second. Ah, where did chat go? I lost chat. Hang on. The song is nice and chill. I like it. I didn't answer the question. What question didn't I answer? Why a raven? There you go, Greedy Frog. I put Mighty the Armadillo on the screen for you. You didn't answer the question, Pumpkinhead. Dad, that doesn't help at all. Anyway, if you're saying I didn't answer the question, why did I choose a raven? Because I love the Raven. The Raven is my favorite short story that I've read 1,000 times, and I just chose the Raven. It was just what I chose. What should I have chosen, in your opinion? Okay, since the questions are starting to slow down, I went to the interwebs and got a list of 50 good questions to ask yourself and others. So, let's start with this. Here's some random questions. How often do you doodle? Hang on. Greedy Frog. Who is scarier, Siren Head or Cartoon Cat? I don't know who Cartoon Cat is. Let me look that up real quick. Based on the pictures that I just saw of Cartoon Cat is a lot creepier than Siren Head, in my opinion. So one of the questions on this list, it was the doodle. I just had the doodle question. I doodle randomly, and my doodles look like crap. One of these questions. What is the strangest thing you believed as a child? That is a good question. As a child, I used to believe that the woods we lived by had a strange werewolf-like creature in them because my oldest sister told me they did, and I was like 7. So there's that. I could always go for the Mimi question, or the Mimi answer to this question, which is, I always thought quicksand would be a bigger threat than it is. Because, you know, as a kid, quicksand wasn't everything, and then all of a sudden it's not actually a thing you have to deal with in real life. I just typed into chat. Because I can. And I wanted to make sure everyone was still there, because the chat kind of just stopped. Patience thought mourning doves were mourning doves and they were only around in the morning. That is 100% true. She absolutely did believe that. Until I told her they were mourning with a U. Till that one day when I actually walked in the middle of quicksand. If I ever walked into quicksand, I would freak out. I'd be scared. I wouldn't know what to do. Because all my time preparing for it as a child, and then that disappointment of it not actually existing in adult life, made me forget everything I prepared for. The only thing I can remember is stop, drop, and roll. And if I stop, drop, and roll into quicksand, I'm dead. What if Espio broke into your house and stole all of your milk? I don't really have an answer for that. I'd be concerned. Though obviously if he's breaking into my house and takes my milk, he needs it. Like, maybe he has osteoporosis and he desperately needs it. So I'm not going to argue it. Espio, you can have my milk, my friend. Should really be called Slow Mud. That is probably true, Fear the Great White. I believe it. Alright, friends, as we're creeping into the second hour here, allow me to go ahead and put you all on hold for a few seconds, because, as stated, I will need to use the restroom now. So I'm going to put it on my Be Right Back screen, and I will be right back. Do not feel afraid to speak to each other in the chat. Y'all are doing a great job becoming friends. I like seeing friends becoming friends in my chats. So, I will, once again, return momentarily. Until then, enjoy the music, alright? I unmuted the wrong thing and was talking for several moments to nobody. Y'all couldn't hear me because I was just talking to a muted microphone. How are you doing tonight? I just asked that question, PA Nightmare. How is everybody on this beautiful evening? Thank you. So, it was requested to me by somebody who comments on my channels every once in a while, my videos every once in a while, that I do a reading of The Mountain of Madness. The Mountain of Madness has 18 separate parts that I would have to read. I would love to do so. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good, honestly. How are you doing, Ms. Boston Actress? Fear the Great White. We live in the Kansas City area, me and my father, so I guess I could say we kind of know barbecue. Though some places here suck. A lot of the places that people go crazy over are just awful. It's the smaller, no-name barbecue places you want to go to. I did not PA Nightmare. Thank you for mentioning that. Love a little cream corn with my barbecue. Okay, so there is a place around me, kind of. It's not really around me, but called The Rub that does cheese corn, which is basically cream corn with like Velveeta in it, and it is stupid good. And a Keep Austin Weird shirt. I don't know if you mentioned that. I know last stream it was Save Austin. Remember to save Austin. You're good, PA. You're an hour ahead of me, right? So you're Sitting at 10:51. This song kind of sounds like Final Fantasy. There you go, Greedy Frog. Classic SBL on the screen for you. Fear, it is, actually. If anyone here would be nice enough, you should get together with my son and do Call of Cthulhu. It's a great story and probably cool to do. Call of Cthulhu is fun. It's a long story, though. Does this song not sound like a Final Fantasy song, Death by Cake? Like the do 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 do, like the Crystal song or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. Basically, the song that plays at the beginning of the Final Fantasy games. Well, this one doesn't now. Nice. My favorite Final Fantasy game is 8. In my opinion, 8 is by far the best one. PA Nightmares, my man, if you need to get to bed, you probably should. Don't stay up for my sake, please. Yeah, Death by Cake. Final Fantasy 8, in my opinion. You said you played 11. Wasn't 11 an online one? Oh. Damn, I'm sorry, man. I'm very sorry to hear that. If you need someone to talk to tomorrow, PA, let me know. I know that could be a rough day for you, so. And Death by Cake, you said 7, 10, and 11. 8 is the best of them. Raven should read Annabelle Lee. I need to read. I need to read more Poe, for sure. And Annabelle Lee is a fantastic story. Greedy Frog, please make SBO your mascot instead of Raven. I cannot do that, my friend. I'm sorry. You're the Great White. Hit me up if you need anything. For sure, man. Yeah, PA, if you need to talk to anyone, man, there's a lot of great people here that you could talk to. You know I'm always available to you. If I'm paying attention, and I'm sorry, I know I'm not always responsive, but 7's my favorite. Cloud is such a great character. In my opinion, Cloud is an alright character. I'm not a huge fan of 7. I know that's blasphemy to a lot of people. But Cloud is probably my favorite, one of my favorite sword fighters in Smash Bros. He's having a VC tomorrow. Anime, do you mean PA is having a voice chat in... Are you saying that PA is having a voice chat in Discord? PA, yeah, man. Send me a message on Twitter. I know I'm not always responsive, so if you can remember to do so, try to send me a message a couple hours beforehand, just so I can see it and then make a reminder. That's the word I'm looking for. So yeah. I'm not signing off yet. It's only 10 o'clock. But I do want to say thank you to everyone that's joined. I appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who's asked me some questions. Do you guys have any other Q&A you want to do? Because um honestly a lot of people like Cloud as a character. So I mean he's pretty popular. Like I said, Seven's not my favorite. 8 is the one I've always liked. I like Squall. I like Cypher, his rival or the main enemy. But yeah, Squall, Quistis, Renoa, Zell. In my opinion, they're great characters. They're really fun to play as. Leon in Resident Evil 4 is actually my favorite Resident Evil for that exact reason. So has this been discussed? I wasn't here. Do you enjoy steak? That is a question that I will happily answer. I love steak. Ribeyes are my favorite. Cooked sous vide for an hour and then put into a very hot pan for about 5 minutes at most. Makes them perfect. Disney Plus or HBO Max. I actually have neither, Greedy Frog. I have Netflix and VRV, and I also watch Pluto TV. So, yeah, PA, for sure, man. Send me a message. Like I said, I don't mean to ask for much, I'm sorry. But if you could send it to me a little bit before you try to do your VC, I would love to be there for you. I just, you know that I don't pay a lot of attention to my Twitter. So. I have not seen Stakeland. What is Stakeland? Death by Cake? I've heard a lot of good things about Shudder. That's the one that the drive-in thing is on, isn't it? Stakeland, the vampire movie on Sci-Fi. Okay. I have not heard of that. I'll have to look at it. Boston, if you post on Twitter when you're going to go live, feel free to tag me. I will do my best to remember to tag you. Trust me. I would love the signal boost, because these are always fun for me, honestly. These anniversaries are always tough, but we get by the best we can. Yeah, I actually, anniversary of losing my grandmother was the end of last month, so I absolutely know how that feels. Love Shudder, need to renew my subscription. I'll have to look at Shudder and see if I am interested in it. Greedy Frog, I have not seen that. I know what it is, I have not watched it. Also, Fear the Great White, it's like a knockoff of Zombieland. It's actually a really good movie, though. That's interesting. With vampires? That's weird. Anime. Yep. And that's what matters, is having those people to talk to, for sure. So does anyone... Oh, I know, PA. Trust me, I know, man. The one thing to know about me, and to always remember about me as a person, I am kind of just a... not social. I'm just kind of antisocial, you know? Have you seen Mulberry Street? Same writer-director as Stakeland. I have not seen Mulberry Street. Who has Discord? I have a Discord account. I don't use it much, though. I don't know if anyone has noticed, but as I've gotten tired, my voice has gotten deeper, and I'm a lot more calm in my talking. I am absolutely tired. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours, 33 minutes, and 45 seconds. Allow me to ask a question that Lady Spicaria would be proud of. To my group chat, to my chat here, to everyone watching. What fast food restaurant has the best chicken nuggets? Have you heard of Candle Cove from Channel Zero? I have not. Have a good night, Boston Actress. It's very nice to have you here. I appreciate it. Anime. Whataburger is actually pretty good. Patience and I were in Texas last year, and we enjoyed it. Fear the Great White says McNuggies, so McNuggets, so McDonald's. A Texas staple. Whenever I was in Texas, my brother-in-law and my sister told me that I had to get them ketchup from Heb. I had to go to Heb to get them ketchup. Whataburger brand ketchup. What? Why are you laughing at me? I know it's pronounced H-E-B. I call it Heb. Hello, Andres? Andre? Andre? Hello, friend. Welcome. There's a gas station by my house called Rutter's, and its chicken is so good. You know, I believe you. I just always get nervous eating food at a gas station. Do I remember the California raisins? Yes, I do, Greedy Frog. I remember the California raisins. I heard about them through the grapevine. So, to the chicken question that I asked everybody. Here in the great city I live in, we have a restaurant called Strips that does chicken strips and pork burgers. You love Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. Absolutely fantastic. Love Wendy's chicken. Anyway, we have a restaurant that is a chicken place called Strips. And that place is amazing. I don't know what the man does. He uses, I know he uses ground... What was I saying? Oh, he literally... My mind is dead. He literally uses crushed pretzels in his chicken breading. I have seen a chicken strip anime. It's a terrifying sight. It's terrifying. Andres, you said pronounce with an asterisk, but I can't figure out what you were saying that to. Nothing more frightening than a naked chicken. Fear the Great White. Have you ever seen a shaved bear? Shaved bears are horrifying. Can I send you something, Raven? Is that alright? Like, I mean, yeah. Are you gonna send it to me, like, on Twitter? They use all local and farm fresh ingredients. That is awesome, PA. I didn't know that. That's cool. It's strange that a place that has chicken in a gas station has a farm fresh ingredients. That'd actually be cool to have then. Yes, shaved bears do look like wrinkly old werewolves. And shaved gorillas look like terrifying little humans. Have you ever seen a shaved gorilla? They're creepy. Don't ever look it up. Right, do not Google. Exactly. Great White knows what's up. Do not Google shaved gorillas. Don't make me go Google shaved gorillas. Alright, I think I'm gonna go for about 20 more minutes, guys. So what does everyone like to do hobby-wise outside of listening to our favorite narrators? Hobby-wise, I like to play guitar. Patience, you know this. And I also like to write. And you said, where did Kate go? I actually don't know. They kind of disappeared, didn't they? Anime? That was hilarious. Patience, you're supposed to see this too. It's pretty perfect. That is... That was hilarious. Greedy Frog, you typed something and then retracted it. That's against the law. You are under arrest. I like fishing, riding, and attempting and failing to play guitar. Fear the Great White. I know all about failing to play the guitar. What if you made an energy drink called... Oh, hey, cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll. I made an energy drink called Raven Speed. You know what? I don't know if that would actually be what it would be called, but I would love to make an energy drink someday. That'd be awesome. Branding, that's what it's all about. I could put it on the screen, but unfortunately I think due to its technically risque nature, it wouldn't be okay for my live stream that's technically public friendly, whatever I'm trying to say. Cinnamon Roll Films, how is it going, my friend? You showed up just in time. I'm going for another 15 minutes. I know I said 11, but I think 10:30 is where it's gonna have to go. Casey Ware Alien, how are you doing this evening? Also, who is Dustin? Does Dustin have a different name? Dustin told me to stop in. I've now fulfilled my obligation. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate that. Fear the Great White. I'm really great at making sounds on the guitar, and that's about it. I'm right there with you. I can, I'm decent at, like, rhythm guitar, and that's about it. I can't play anything that would be considered... I can't do anything that would be, considered, like, lead guitar or anything. I can do strums and everything. In fact, I have a guitar right next to me. I could be picking up and playing it right now for y'all. Patience looked at me like, God, don't do that.
I did not.
Noose, that is alright, my friend. That is alright. Not a problem. This is... The stream... It's been a strange one. It's just, yeah. It's just been chatting, Q&A, just talking random stuff, honestly. This is probably the most random live stream I've ever done. What? Did I miss something? Yeah. This thing, when dudes get creepy, I turn to a small dog and start screaming at them. I've had some really interesting people come into my chat tonight. Not a complaint at all. It is fantastic. You know, I appreciate that. It's okay. We're only going to be going for like another 10, I think. Another 14 minutes. I appreciate you stopping by. And I appreciate that you enjoy my narrations. I've worked hard on this channel for about 6 months now, and I'm very proud of it, to be honest with you. So, thank you. There you go, Greedy Frog. As news, I fell asleep and had a wicked dream that all the movie killers were after me. That would suck. If they're all after you at the same time, there comes a point where you just have to give up. Just saying. Alright. How's everyone doing? Still doing okay? This music, I think, is starting to put me to sleep. I'm gonna change to a different song. I hit next. Please stop playing Leaf Village. Choosing ambient music was a bad idea, apparently. Yes, Greedy Frog, that is weird, I agree. Well, hello, Demon Creep. You came in 10 minutes before it's over. Thank you for stopping by, though. I do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. We've been going for a long time now. Noise stream. Well, thank you, sir. Not much going on, honestly. This has just been a chat stream. Normally, my streams is me narrating stories, but I wanted to just do a hangout with everybody, see how everyone was doing, kind of just do Q&A stuff. Been pretty successful so far. Oh, I plan to keep rocking it, my friend. I will always keep rocking it. I do think, just like I said, this kind of stuff, I know you haven't been to any of my other streams. I just don't think you have. The intent is always to narrate stories for a video, and then they always turn into me talking to people for like 2 hours, and I get almost no narration done. So tonight I figured, why not? Let's do a stream where I just chat with people, and then maybe I'll accidentally narrate a story or something. Do the opposite of what I normally do. Yeah, I would like to do game streaming. I don't think I could pay attention to the chat and game streaming, honestly. I would kind of go crazy on that. Though, you know what? Yeah. I thought maybe I would accidentally record a story anime. You know, like how I usually go to record a story and accidentally end up talking to people. I thought maybe if I was talking to people, I would accidentally narrate a story. Why is the Oni floating? Like, I don't know if you were watching, but he wasn't moving. He was just posing and going. Now he's moving. Sorry. The story brought you actually... See, that's the thing. Yeah. I ended up not narrating anything, though, so... I just ended up talking to people, which is fine. This has been And I don't know if anyone else can agree with me in chat. I think a lot of you can. This has been a great time. It's just been a lot of conversation. Just random stuff, honestly. Do I play on PC? I play random things on PC. Do you have any suggestions, or what would you suggest I play, or what would you ask that I play, I guess is the better question. Oh, got to play Dead by Daylight. Okay. I have no problem with that. I do have DBD. I don't have all the DLCs on my computer. Patience, my other half, was playing. She's playing Dead by Daylight on PS4 right now, and I was watching it, and the Oni was he was basically like A-posing and running around the map chasing the person. He wasn't actually like moving his legs, so it was just kind of weird. Alien Isolation looks fun. I haven't actually played it, but I want to. I think I own Alien Isolation on the Xbox, but I don't remember. I think I bought it on sale last year or something, or this year. I think I own it. I need to play it. From what I remember, it looked terrifying. Like there was Aliens, Colonial Marines, and that one was a flop, and then they redid it, or they kind of like changed their way of thinking and did Isolation, and it actually was good. Resident Evil 2017 is $10, so that might be worth it. Resident Evil 2017, which one's that? Because tonight I actually bought the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remakes. The first-person one. Oh, so Resident Evil 7, the one in the house. If that's only $10 on Steam, I need to get it. Greedy Frog, what do you think of Sonic 06? Sonic 06, probably known to be the worst game in all of history, in my opinion, wasn't that bad. The human aspect was a little weird, but the gameplay was decent, for the most part. Minus everything that wasn't. Yeah, so if RE7 is $10, I need to go get it. If it's still on sale tomorrow, I'll probably buy it. I should have $10 to spare. Noose, RE7 was actually really good. It was a complete change from how they've done Resident Evil in the past. It was kind of a return more to the horror roots versus the action that was RE6 and RE5. Sure thing, Demon Creep Man. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. That's how my streams are. They're very, very calm and very just random. Very weird conversation happening here. So, Noose, you're saying you heard it wasn't that good? Because I think RE7 was actually pretty decent. It didn't take itself very seriously. Yeah, Dad, where did you go? Noose, I would say watch someone play like the first part of it, or if there's a demo available, check it out. I think if you are a bigger fan of like the action of 4 through 6, you may not like it. But if you are a bigger fan of the actual horror aspect of 1 through 3, and you like things like Silent Hill where it's not just straight attack things, it's I have to run away because I don't have any way to kill this thing, you might like it, in my opinion. I heard they announced Resident Evil 8 at the PlayStation event. I haven't watched the video for it yet, but, I mean, should be interesting to see what they do. Alright. We've officially been live streaming for 3 hours. 4 and Nemesis were your favorites. 4 is probably my favorite. And I liked 7, so... Like I said, if you can find a demo for it, give it a shot. If you can watch someone play the first part of it, give it a shot. It's... I think if you don't like it after the first 20 minutes, you probably won't like the game, to be honest with you. 'How do y'all feel about cheese-stuffed crust pepperoni pizza?' That is the best thing in the world. If you order pizza from Pizza Hut and you don't get stuffed crust on your pepperoni pizza, you are insane. Father, I'm talking to you. Because I know you don't like stuffed crust. Four did get 3 different awards for the best game of all time. I believe it. 4 was an awesome game. It was a huge change in how things are done. And I think they did it for the change for the better. So, you made food. Good. You must remain sustained. Come on down to Alabama. It'll be cold by the time you get here, but hey, it's whatever. Huh? No, I think he meant the pizza will be cold. That's okay. I like cold pizza. I got 4 subs during the live stream. Yes, I did, didn't I? That's cool, Dad. That's cool. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Okay, so here's an interesting one. The Walmart grocery store around us actually has, in my opinion, the best stuffed crust pizza that I've ever had. Like, Pizza Hut's is good, DiGiorno's decent, but the Walmart brand stuffed crust pizza is actually really, really good. And now y'all are talking about Criminal Minds. I disagree with that sentiment, Greedy Frog. I think the Resident Evil franchise was good. 1 through 4 were good, 5 was not, 6 was 7 was good in my opinion. It's all opinions though. Made chicken sandwiches and stuffed shrimp. Actually we had chicken sandwiches for dinner tonight too. So 26 miles to Walmart and $5 to Dollar General. That is crazy, Fear the Great White. I live like 5 minutes away from a Walmart. And less than 5 minutes from a Dollar General, so I don't envy you. Now y'all are talking about Supernatural. If I talk like this, my voice sounds weirdly distorted. Sounds like I'm talking on an old radio. I'm going to do something and see what happens to my voice real quick. Hang on. Sorry. I'm genuinely curious. I don't think anything happened to my voice. I don't think my voice was there at all. I was trying to do a filter on my voice and see what happened. It wasn't. It wasn't. Correct, there was no voice. So whatever effect I did just removed my voice altogether. It was interesting. Alright, guys. The time is 22:38 Central Standard Time. Raven is tired. He has been streaming for 3 hours, 8 minutes, and 24 seconds. I made a comment earlier that I would be streaming until 11, but I believe that 10:40 is good enough. didn't get as many questions as I would have liked to have gotten. But I believe there were some good questions that were asked. I believe there were good statements that were made. And I believe that a lot of you made new friends tonight. I believe I may have made a new friend or two tonight as well. In the end, I think this live stream was a successful live stream. And I think all of you are fantastic people. All of you are beautiful people. Every single one of you is a beautiful person. And I just want to say one thing to you all. I love every single one of you. I hope you've enjoyed yourself tonight. I hope you all had a fantastic evening. You guys are still talking about Supernatural, and I'm whispering into my microphone at this point. Anyway, I hope you all... The question that was just asked, Raven, do you prefer Chuck as Chuck or Chuck as Dick God? Fear the Great White, I have a confession I need to make to you. I did not watch most of Supernatural. I watched a couple episodes. I watched most of the beginning seasons. Anyway, what the hell was I saying? I forgot where I was. Your question about Supernatural has confused me and knocked me off my own mental track. So, PA Nightmares. Go to bed. Have a good day at work tomorrow, and please message me before your voice chat. I would love to talk to you tomorrow. I would love to be there for you. As the News Titans. Love you, bro. My friend, I love you too. Dad, I know they have it on Netflix. Fear the Great Night. No. WTF, I'm out. I can't. I'm sorry, Fear the Great White. I am sorry that I have not watched most of Supernatural. Anime. Tell her what I said. Patience. Anime said, you are cool too. So, love heading your way too, so they love you as well. PA Nightmares, love you more, Raven. That's probably not true. Beautiful Nightmare. You are finally here. Greedy Frog, can you please add Super Shadow as the final character on the screen? You know what, Greedy Frog? I can do that for you. I have added several characters. I've added several characters to the screen for you. And I think I can add one more just to be a good friend, to be a good person. Give me a second. I think I found a good picture. You know what I just realized? This is the same way that I recorded my rating cats video. My kitten rating video from April 1st. Does anyone remember that video? Does anyone remember that video at all? Window capture. Add window. There you go. Patience, I heard you say, oh God, in the background. Greedy Frog, is that sufficient? Is that a sufficient picture of Super Shadow? I have to catch up. I'm talking too slow. Hey, Beautiful Nightmare, Season 1 was the best. Hey, Fear, do I want to know what that means? Because, hey, Beautiful Nightmare, Honestly, I don't care about Disney as long as I got Netflix. The stream LMAO. Hey PA, finally, lol. Lloyd, you have some brilliance on you. Patient screen. Hey Nightmare. PA Nightmares. I will, brother. Beautiful Nightmare. Got off work late, just got home. Fear the Great White. No, you probably don't, Anime. Beautiful Nightmare. Hey, Patience. Anime. Oh, okay, that's what he meant. Beautiful Nightmare. You sound so sad, Raven. I am not sad. I am just talking very quietly. Anime. Oh no, fear, lol. Lloyd. LOL, sure, alien, alien, alien. Anime tone. Ray Ray, can I call you Ray Ray? Anime. You can call me Ray Ray if you want. That's a very strange name for me since my name is not literally Raven. But I'll accept it. It's fine. You can do that. That's okay. And thank you, Anime. Much love to you as well. You're super cool. That's cool. Anime. This is the perfect voice to sing. It's raining tacos. What? Oh god, no, not that song. Please, no. Anime. Happy face, happy face. Beautiful Nightmare. LOL, Anime. Fear the Great White. I think we should all call him Ray Ray from now on. If you all want to call me Ray Ray from now on, that's fine. I won't stop you. As a News Titan. As News Titans. Raining tacos. Lloyd Kuhn. Okay, question mark, question mark, question mark. Patient screen. Ray Ray. Alright. I just want to let every single one of you know that tonight I rate all of you a solid 8 out of 10. Every one of you gets a solid 8 out of 10. Anime, I will not be singing It's Raining Tacos tonight. I'm sorry. Maybe next time. But not tonight. He's speedily talking now. I am not speedily talking. I was trying to read through the chat. Anime. 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 Hang on. Okay, Noose. 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 Both of you. What? Okay. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, you guys are making me do this. Maybe. Okay. Do you want to know what you've done? Do you want to know what you have done? You've made this happen. You've made this happen. Give me like 5 seconds here. Hang on. Okay? Is that... Hang on. I got... Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get this show on the road here. Starting off with this adorable little fella here. If you look, the hair is nice and a little scraggly, but you know it's because it's going to be a longer hair cap as he grows up, you can tell. But those eyes, little bright green eyes, they're just adorable. Sorry, I hit the microphone. Alright. Those little green eyes are just adorable. He's got the long whiskers, and you can just tell this is going to be a rap cat whenever he gets older. It's going to be just... Okay, for some reason, it's duplicating the audio. Stop it. Stop it. Did nobody on my channel watch this video. Thank you, Greedy Frog. Much love to you, too. This was from April 1st of this year. Here. This video is from April 1st, anime. So it's okay that you're behind, but just know that you're almost 2 months behind. Oh, you know what? I know why the audio doubled. Because I'm listening to my own live stream. So whenever it played through my earphones, it was playing through this as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Anyway. No, okay. So the reason I said I rate all of you an 8 out of 10 is because during my kitten rating video I did on April 1st, I rated all of them an 8 out of 10. It was a joke. It was an ongoing joke from that. All right. Okay. My friends, my loyal followers, my 600 and some odd subs. It's okay if you're the. I'm not upset. Trust me, I'm not upset. My lovely listeners, my friends, my dear people that have chosen to stick around for this time. My friends, the people that have chosen to stick around my channel for 6 months now. My people that have been subbed to me since day one, and those of me that have subbed to me today. I want to leave you all with nothing more than a thank you. Thank you for pushing me to keep going. Thank you for convincing me that it's worth keeping going. Thank you for being such fantastic people. Every single one of you is a fantastic person. And just know, thank you. And just know that all 600 and however many of you there are at this point in time, I'm not going to refresh the page. All 600 plus of you are the reason that I keep doing this, and that I will continue to keep doing this. From day one, I have been met with nothing but open arms in this community, and with all of you people. So, one last time, thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. PA Nightmares, please message me tomorrow. Beautiful Nightmare, please keep bugging me. Anime, I don't remember what live stream that was. I've been to a handful of live streams, and I've been to a handful of premieres. And then you retracted the message. You were under arrest. Anyway, to each and every one of you that joined tonight, that messaged me in chat, that asked me a question, that just wanted to talk, Thank you. I love you all. I'll see you on the next video. Chronopasta, I was there, yes. I was part of that video, actually. Anyway, thank you all. Again, have a fantastic night. A wonderful weekend. I'll see you on the next video. But, until then, sleep well.